Hey dumplings, it's David Aside. Today, we have a lot to get into involving Jungkook, his brother, and a photo that appeared on his Instagram. I also wanted to talk about Jungkook talking about intimacy. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, tea-spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. The first thing we need to discuss is what Jungkook considers to be intimate. This was the topic of conversation that literally blew up the internet, and people were so surprised and at the same time thought it was funny. BTS recently did an MBTI test, which is the Myers-Briggs personality test, and we got to see all the members' personality types, but knowing the personality types doesn't really tell you that much about the person. However, knowing how they react to their personality and hearing what they say, whether it's accurate or not, gives us a good idea on what their real personalities are like. This video can be found, I believe, on Bangtan TV's official YouTube channel, and you can watch their full video of them explaining how they feel about the test and their personalities. There was a question being asked about Perilla Leaves during the video, and Jungkook had an interesting answer, which he said he would be entirely against a significant other helping another friend with Perilla Leaves. Now, if you're unaware of the significance of this, there's a debate among Koreans and maybe even other cultures around quote-unquote intimate moments like this. So first off, Koreans have something called banchan, which are these side dishes you get at Korean restaurants or traditional Korean dining. These dishes come with the meal and are usually just a bunch of side dishes that are delicious. Things that include egg salad or regular salad, tofu, etc. Typically no meat and vegan. So Perilla leaves are one of the dishes, and it's leaves and then a delicious sauce. So when you are eating your meal and you decide that you want to have one of the leaves, you take your chopstick and go ahead and grab one. However, there is sauce and it's poured on top of the leaves, so the leaves naturally will stick to each other. So if you only want one leaf or don't want to take so many as to deprive others of their opportunity to get a leaf, you may struggle with only pulling off one. So you need someone to put their chopstick in between both leaves and push down on the second one so that person can just get one leaf. So the debate is, would Jungkook or any of the members allow for their significant other to help someone else peel the Perilla leaf off? Because in order to peel it, the significant other has to use their chopstick, and that chopstick has been in their mouth. So it's seen as a more intimate moment for some people. A similar debate can be compared to the pouring of sauce on your chicken versus dipping it in the sauce bowl and having your saliva and stuff possibly getting into the sauce bowl and sharing that with everyone. For most, it's kind of whatever. I've shared this with so many of my friends while eating dinner, and it's never seen as intimate, nor do most of them care. Or maybe it is intimate and we're just all intimate. But Jungkook did say that he deems this moment as very intimate. He says that if you see your significant other peel off this leaf for your friend, suddenly your significant other and your friend will be making out and then get married. So he does deem this as very intimate. There was another moment after this debate, because I think Taeyang agreed to what Jungkook said, to which Taeyang hopped on Weverse and answered one question where someone asked how Taeyang would feel if your significant other held your friend's hand during a scary ride. To which Taeyang responded he didn't understand basically why the friend would be there but you are not. And I do agree with this as well. I think if your significant other is going on scary rides and adventures, you guys have to experience that together. Don't let him or her go with someone else. These are going to be moments you'll talk about for years. Like, even if you don't enjoy a scary ride and vomit throughout it, this will be a story you will talk about and joke about with each other for years to come. This, even to me, is an intimate moment. But it's definitely really funny that we know Jungkook is the jealous type. I think we have considered or thought that he might be, but now we have confirmation of the truth. And I guess Taeyang is as well. Apparently they're the jealous type but can still go years without FaceTiming and checking in on me. They're just really good at hard to get. Jungkook is definitely being more open about this idea of dating and marriage, as he should be. Isn't it funny that the world's most famous artists like Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber can get engaged or married with nothing but positive comments, but obviously the fandom owns Jungkook, so he can't get married. That's illegal apparently. But it was interesting to see the amount of people online who are mad or upset with even this idea that Jungkook could get married or engaged, because they've said that Jungkook is married to them, and so they see it as Jungkook is cheating. So you can just imagine the sensitivity to this. Let's just say, and I also want to preface that the industry or the people who work in the industry also think that the sensitivity is insane. Speaking with the insiders in the K-pop industry, they've constantly said the fandom can get quite sensitive sometimes, which means that the industry itself has no problem with the K-pop members dating, just to be clear. Jungkook gets dragged so much over this idea that he could be with someone, or even this possibility. The biggest fear for me is if he ever even is seen talking talking with a woman whose face is shown, and the woman has either an engagement ring or Jungkook even looks happy talking to her, because if he appears too happy talking to a woman, then they probably already all have kids together, and it's up to some people in the fandom to ruin that family, because you gotta, right? Jungkook is yours, and how dare he have kids with this woman instead of the 50 million armies. But putting that aside for now, there's a lot of hardcore ARMY fans who follow Jungkook's brother's Instagram. I don't think it's a good idea to share his handle, because there's some people that are upset that people are finding his brother's account. But the brother's account has hundreds of thousands of followers, and I think even close to 1 million, is public and is active, and the photos that we see online often have hundreds of thousands of likes and even covered by news sites, meaning the account is already famous. Like, he's not trying to hide the account, otherwise make an entirely new one and set it private. He clearly doesn't mind that people are following him. But he does change the name often, so people think that this is a reason he doesn't want people knowing about the account, but he could just be changing the name because he doesn't like the name and just isn't feeling the name right now. But again, people are sensitive to this, so I won't share it. But on the IG account, the brother did post a photo where he appeared to be at a hot pot restaurant or something like that. There was a girl who he did not show the face of, again, because he knows this is a public account, but he just showed the food and like the neck down from this alleged woman sitting across from him. This woman, you can see, had a ring on her left hand, and people assumed that Jungkook's brother was married. It wasn't long after that did a few theories pop up online that maybe this photo was actually taken by Jungkook himself, and Jungkook is sitting across from someone that he is engaged to. And people were discussing this. Of course, this is likely overthinking and maybe not true. But what do you think? Do you think it's possible that Jungkook could have taken the photo and it was his date? Jungkook's brother has posted Jungkook on the page before, so there's also theories that this is Jungkook's second account that he posts more private things on. Although I don't personally think Jungkook is engaged, I do think Jungkook's brother might be. I don't see the pressure put on Jungkook's brother to not get engaged. I think he can, and it would be fine. I wouldn't be surprised to see a wedding soon and BTS members all there. There were some people that were sad that Jungkook's brother might be married because it ruins their fantasy to get close to Jungkook's brother in order to be related to Jungkook, which I won't lie is a bit weird, but as long as it stays a fantasy, then that's fine. But to date someone solely because of their sibling is weird. Jungkook's brother may have completely different personalities compared to Jungkook and may not be your type. Another theory could be it's an engaged woman that is sitting across from whoever took the photo, but it could be a friend. It could be a high school friend that either Jungkook or his brother is just catching up with. It would be interesting to post that as the official announcement of an engagement or wedding. Maybe you'd want something more official like a real post, but we also don't have official confirmation of this post or if even the account is Jungkook's brother. The account name is always changing, and honestly we don't even know who it is. And quite honestly, it's difficult to even find his account sometimes. I always think I found it and then I lose it. But his story and his posts are always widely on Twitter, so you can enjoy the post without finding the official account. Some people claim that the photo of whoever with this engaged woman was deleted because of the engagement rumors, but it also could have just disappeared after 24 hours. And since it's probably gone now regardless, we won't know the full details. But do you believe he would have deleted something like this, or he has nothing to hide? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. I think it's this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.